Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube page. I'm Tracie Mahan and this is the 5-card pull for April, I believe it's 6th through the 10th. And hopefully I'm going to get back to normal here. I wore a Mickey Mouse shirt today just to make it a little bit more fun, make it a little bit more playful as we've all been in our homes in quarantine. And so it's been making life interesting. There are no in-person sessions going on right now, but thank God for the internet, right? We can still do these. I can still make the videos, and if you guys are looking for some guidance, some clarity, or just some enlightened excursions, you know, come over to my website, traciemahan.com. I do readings, I do ascension sessions. Those are all things I can do online. I could do coaching online, but different things that we can do online through the videos. The only thing I can't do online is the QHHT sessions. So still plenty of opportunities to just do some soul growth and some journey work. So just keep that in mind. If you are getting a little stir crazy, maybe doing a little session or a little reading would be fun to do. Okay, so I'm going to get some cards together. Let's go check it out and see what the week ahead has in store for us. Okay, so here we go. We've got the Inner Realm Tarot cards, we got the Angel Tarot cards, and we've got the Mystic Wisdom Oracle cards. So let's get started with all of that. I am looking at, I woke up this morning thinking about doing some online workshops as well. So keep an eye out for that if that's something you're interested in. I'm doing some online workshops, live workshops, and you know, very interactive type stuff. I like to do the interactive type of things. So what kind of things would you guys like to have a workshop on? And look at that. We've got honesty, judgment, faith. Beautiful card right there that just jumped out before I even asked any questions of the cards. So what kind of workshops would you be interested in? I'm looking at a couple of different options in my mind of what I could present for you guys, but let me know if there's certain things of interest to you, and I'll see if that's something that can be created in an online version. Okay, so these cards are jumpy today. They're very jumpy. It's all about balance and humor and lightheartedness and high spirits right there. Okay, so we're going to ask the cards now specifically, what is it that we need to know as a collective for the week of the 6th through the 10th? What is it that we need to know as a collective for the week of the 6th through the 10th? Okay. So as we get these cards out, if you are new to my page, the 5-card pull, I do 5 positions with 3 decks of cards. So we're going into what is it the week is bringing in for you. Second one is what do you bring into the week. The third one is what is the hidden aspect or what is it you're not seeing. The fourth one is what is your action step. And the fifth one is the outcome. And yes, I am going to straighten those cards out for everybody that knows me better than that. Okay. All right. So now we're going to ask the Angel Tarot cards the same question. What is it that we need to know as a collective for the week of the 6th through the 10th? And if you were watching this at a different time, just know that this reading holds something for you. So please go ahead and watch it. This is a general reading, so take from it what you can, and the rest just goes away. The cards that stand out to you, the cards that reach out to you, that create a reaction out of you, those are your cards. So please watch for those when I'm doing the reading. Okay. Oh, this one gets 2. Okay. We'll play that game, cards. We'll play that game. There we go. Going into it. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Going into it, what you bring into it. What is it you're not seeing? What's being hidden? What is the action step? And what is the outcome? Okay. Now, going for the last deck of cards here that we need to know as a collective. What is it that we need to know as a collective for April 6th through the 10th? Okay. Hopefully everybody's doing good with this quarantine and being inside and just taking care of yourselves. I know that there's a lot of different scenarios created around this. Some people, things are going fine, and some people it's getting kind of stressful. And just know that, you know, wherever you need help, if you want to post below, if you just want people to keep you in your thoughts and prayers, please post it below. That's part of what I want to create here with this page, is that we are here to support each other, to keep each other in high spirits, to talk it out if we need to. You know, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of fear-based things going on out there, and just being able to find a voice and find some peace and calm in the storm is always good. And you know, I always want people to know that they are loved and supported, even when things are looking crazy in the outside world. A lot of things are going on behind the scenes that we don't see. And so just keep that in mind as you are navigating through these times of the quarantine and the coronavirus and everything in the world that's going on. Okay. Now, the reading. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully you had a question in mind when you turned the reading on, but if not, just go with the guidance that's being brought forward. I'll apply it as it comes into me to do so. And again, if you are new to the tarot cards, I do have 2 decks that are tarot, but one's an angel tarot that actually has descriptions on it. The other one is the inner tarot, which has some keywords on it. But what I do is I look at the pictures. So this would be my picture. I'm going to look at that picture and I'm going to see what comes in for me as a message for the collective. So I don't always necessarily go off of what the card actually means. So if you're seeing a card and you're thinking, hey, that's not what it means, don't worry. I'm getting the message that was supposed to come to us today as a collective. So what we're looking at here is what's going into the week is just everybody's probably kind of getting to this place where they're looking at things more logically. You're really going to have to get honest with yourself about where things are. If you've been on the journey of not working, and there's so many people out there that are still working, that are still being called in to be of service. Thank you to everyone that's working in a hospital. Thank you to everyone that's working in a grocery store. Thank you to all the gas attendants and all the restaurant workers that are still making food to go. You guys are just amazing, and know that you are saving the rest of us when we can't get out, and just having that little interaction with you. This is for me, my experience personally, my little bit of interaction with other people. If I'm going to pick something up or have to run to the store or get some gas on the way or whatever, you know, your presence is so needed in this world right now, and you are creating beautiful space for all of us by being there. And for all of you that really don't want to be there, you know what, I hope your situation changes so that you can feel safe and comfortable. So I do want you to know my gratitude, my gratitude, my gratitude. So much gratitude for all of those that are still being called in to work. A lot of delivery drivers bringing things to people's homes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, the list can go on and on. I know there's a lot of people still being called out to work. So thank you for everything you're doing, and my prayers for it to be a joyful and safe time for you. Okay. Messenger of Hope. That is the next one. Well, that's kind of what we're doing, right? Messenger of Hope. Oh, that goes up here. And then the one with the 2 cards, that one is happy times and very happy families. So how interesting to have both of them be about happiness. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. This one here is about your finances are going to be okay. And I know that's on a lot of people's minds right now, the finances. So knowing that your finances are going to be okay, there's going to be ways to get that all worked out. And please do your best to not be in fear around that, even though I know it is a reality. It's a reality for all of us. And so you know, do your best to help each other out in that situation. If you know someone that's stressed or you yourself are stressed, find ways to help each other out. But right here, going into the week, find your joy, find your happiness. It's right there for you. We are facing times that we've never seen before. So we are in something very new, something very intense for the planet globally. And we're getting some real truth, some honesty, some things are being exposed, things are coming out. And, you know, we're all getting through this the best we can. So just be a good person, be a good person. Everybody's under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure right now. So if you're feeling that pressure, just breathe and move through it. And try to be the best version of yourself as you can when you do go out into the world and do the things that are necessary to the situation. Okay, so how are you going into the world? We're inviting some serendipity to come into, why is that such a glare? There we go. So inviting some serendipity to come into your life, come into all of our lives. Okay, so we've got celebration time. So we've really got some good energy for this week. So I hope everybody can embrace that. We've got celebration, we got happy family, we got happy, positive energy, happy times, happy family, celebration. We've got creativity and hope. We've got serendipity. We've got a promise. This for a lot of you guys that are, well, all of you guys are watching this are light workers, way showers. This is your time. This is what you came here for. We are moving energy right now. And this is when we soldier up, right? We're going to soldier up and we're going to get out there and we're going to make this the world we want to live in. Now is a time of change. And so why not make it the change that we desire, right? So I really feel like we're stepping into some really good energy. A lot of people staying in that fifth dimensional frequency, taking advantage of being home and just being in the quiet time, the meditation. I'm recording this on the 5th of April, and the meditation was yesterday, the mass meditation, where everybody was just in this beautiful space of holding this planet. And we got to keep doing that. It can't be a one-time thing, you guys. We all have to do this every day. Pray for the planet, pray for the planet, pray for the people, pray for the shift. This is our time to do it. This is our time to come together and make this happen. Well, create it. Let's create it. Let's create it. Okay, so now we've got hope. Again, this is in the hidden. This is in what we're not seeing. There is hope. There is recovery. A lot of people, this is also a travel card. And so what I say with that, when I'm looking at that travel piece, what I'm seeing with that is astral travel, going into the ethers, going into the other realms, praying for the earth, seeing the earth being surrounded with beautiful light, with beautiful experiences. And look at how expansive the planet is getting right now, how everyone has just kind of taken a breath. And it's been said in the channelings that I do with Jason, the channel has come through and said that it is a reset. And I know that's not the only place that's being said. It is a reset. It is everyone's just taking a recalibration of who they are, what they are, where they are, what they want, getting that break from reality, from everyday work, from the grind, even the people that are still at work, work is not the same. Everything has changed. And, driving to work has changed, the streets are different. The atmosphere is different. The exchanges are different. And it's kind of an interesting thing to just observe the different interactions of people. We're all kind of getting that concept of the 6 feet of space bubble around each other. And I live in a small town, so it's really easy to go into the store and see somebody that and start chatting it up. And it's been a different experience with that. It's like, okay, hey, let's give each other that space, whatever you need. But people are really stepping into their compassion, into their heart chakras, into the love, into whatever it is that empathically they are picking up that the other person needs. And I'm seeing it happen all around me, and it's neat. If you want to look for the positive in things, that's one of them. Okay, so there is hope. There is some recovery going on here. The world is recovering. Good news about financial matters. This is really important. I want to say that's been in here twice now. We got it over here. We got it here. There is some good news, some relief. Please know that there are programs in place. If you are paying rent or mortgage or utility bills or credit cards, whatever it is, all the businesses so far that I have seen have been pretty good about stepping up and offering assistance, offering a a pause on payments or whatever it might be. So the help you need is out there. Just make sure that you're finding your resources. For some, it may take a little bit to figure out what those resources are for what you need, but it's there. And don't be afraid to use it, because everybody's in that place right now where we're all trying to figure it out. And, you know, let's take care of each other. Let's help each other out. If you know something that another person needs to know about a resource or how to obtain what they need, then help them out. Get in there, do that. Not that you wouldn't, but of course you would. Now we got live life to the fullest. Now, isn't that a funny card to get? Because that is in the hidden space, and it is kind of hidden right now, because live life to the fullest. Well, how do you do that when we got restriction to stay in our homes? So living life to the fullest, what a creative way to do that right now, to just go inward and say, how do I live my life to the fullest, and move into that space of the happiness, happy life, happy times, happy family, celebration. How do you move into that and live life to the fullest when you're restricted to your home, right? And so that's going to be an inward journey. This is going to be a time to find yourself, explore yourself. What do you like to do? What kind of things are fun when you're at home? You know, you've watched all the Netflix series, you've watched all the Hulu, you're running out of things to do, right? So maybe you like art, maybe you like to connect with friends, and you find a way to do that through video connections like Facebook or FaceTime or even Zoom like I'm doing here, Skype, all of those. Finding ways, creative ways to getting the interaction that you need, finding ways to get out and get the exercise you need, but living to the fullest, even when there's so many limits, right? So that, I think that's why that's in that hidden space. What is it you're not seeing? How could you live to the fullest with the circumstances? Okay, so this is your action step. And I say this often, these readings never come without their work, right? There's always something to do for us as a collective, as individuals. You need to look at the parts that are burdening you in this time. What is showing up as your burden? What is showing up as your hardship? What is showing up for you? What is the mirror and reflection there of what isn't going right? What is it that, where do you feel powerless? Where are you feeling a struggle? And it's your job to go look at that and find it, and you're going to find a way to heal that. You're going to ask for help. You're going to ask your angels, your guides, your counsels to come in and help you to heal this piece, so that you can move into the peace and the awakening, because that's the next action step. You're awakening. Look for the things from a different perspective. You're looking at things differently. And then, like I said, nobody is doing anything the same as they used to, right? Everything is a little bit different right now. And that's happening globally. That's not just in your neighborhood. It's not just in your reality. It is global. Everybody is taking a different approach to something right now. Life is different. Even if the difference is just the commute that you're doing to your workplace, fewer cars on the road, the way people interact with you, it's different. And so this is something that is bringing you through your awakening, through your process, through what it is you need to still release at this time. If anything is showing up for you, it's time to just heal that. It's showing up to be healed. And we're creating this beautiful, powerful moment right now in this reading as you're listening to this, whatever it is that just came to mind that needs to be healed. Maybe you're lonely because you're isolated. Maybe you're feeling sadness and worry over the money. Maybe you're going a little bit bonkers because your house is full of people that are getting cabin fever. You know, whatever it is, it is there to heal. It's there to heal for you. And then this one is about expressing your sensuality. And there we go. So expressing your sensuality, that is about you just being in your truest form, in your truest energy, in that part of you that you love. You love this part of you. You're a happy person, or you're getting to rediscover yourself. through just having this quiet time, having this time away from your normal routines. So that's what's happening, is a truest form of you is starting to surface for you. And that is part of the action. As you're releasing and you're awakening, you're stepping into this truest form of you. All right, now what is the outcome? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys forever, and so it's like I'm just yummy, 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 yummer. I hope that's okay. Okay, so as I look at the outcome, there's so much energy that is going to be released here in your action step. It's time to let go of control and grasping and wanting to know the outcome and wanting to know how many times, how many times, I don't even know how many times I've been asked, when's the coronavirus going to be done? When's that going to end? And when are we going to shift? When are we going to change? That might be the bigger question, because that's the answer to both. And as we shift, as we change, as we release our old patterns, as we get rid of our doubts, our fears, our worries, and we step into our power and we start claiming the outcome we desire, and we start making this the world we want to live in, and we quit saying yes to all this other stuff, and we start saying no to the things we don't want anymore, and we start owning what it is that we want, that's when we get the control. When we control that it can't bother us anymore, that we don't give permission for it anymore. And we start stepping out of all the old paradigms, the depression, the worry, the fear, the hurts, the pains, the turmoils, the dysfunction of it all. And we start claiming the world we want. And that is going to be a big step for humankind. No more expecting things to go bad and wrong. What else is going to happen? It's time to let go of these old energies, these old thought patterns. Stay away from the news if you can. You know how I am about that. Stay away from the news if you can, because listening to that stuff could be very frightful, can be very fear-based. There's a lot of bad things going on right now to report, a lot of scary things. So again, isolating from that kind of stuff might be good for you right now, as it could be making you lose sleep if it's on your mind. What we want to create on your mind is we want to create what is making you happy, what's making you blissful, what's making things good in your life, reasons to celebrate. And I'm really excited about presenting that card, by the way. So we're getting out of these three cards here, the despair. We're getting out of the need to want to control things, and the grasping and the clinging and finding the things to worry about. We're getting out of that, and we're getting out of this worry space right here. And so these three cards, that is a release. You got to get into healing this frequency, raise up out of that frequency. And I know that sounds kind of like I'm putting my head in the sand, and I'm not. What I'm being shown quite often through the work that I'm doing is that the fear is a frequency, and when we step into that frequency, it puts us on that timeline. And when we can rise up out of it and do the things that are making us happy, go for a walk in nature if you're still allowed to do that. I know a lot of the parks are closed, but find a way to be outside, even if it's in your own backyard. Get some fresh air, get some sunshine, take good care of yourself, do some things that are making you happy, move your body, exercise, whatever it is. Find the way to get into a joyful place. Find a way to move that energy and that frequency. Play music, dance, do whatever it takes to make you laugh and smile, connect with friends, call someone, giggle, laugh, find something joyful. Dream about, hey, when this all gets lifted, let's go on a vacation. What are we going to do? Think about the things that are going to bring you joy, because it's going to pull you out of that frequency of the worry, and it's going to create the miracles. And that's the card I've been waiting to show you. The miracles, they are all over. Open your heart and expect the miracle. Expect it. Expect that miracle. Start seeing the world the way you want it. Start using your power as an individual. Start claiming your power as a very beautiful light being. And say no to the things you don't want. I know that sounds funny, but hey, I don't want that. That maybe it's as simple as, first off, saying no to certain things that are going on in your personal life that you know, you're not happy with. And I get to do that around here too. So those of you that are listening that know me, you're probably going, practice what you preach. And that's what I'm doing that right now. And, you know, we've got to step into our power and learn what is our frequency around this. Where are we in our joy and our happiness? Are we creating things? Are we being honest with ourselves? Are we committed to the promise we made ourselves to live a good life, to celebrate, to be inspired and let synchronicity flow into our lives? Are we willing to be in the flow of the energy of 2020? And we were told that last year, by the way, that we needed to be in 2020. We needed to go with the flow of things. We needed to be in the flow. And where there is resistance, you're going to feel it. And so find that resistance, look at the resistance, heal that resistance so you can be back in the flow and get the miracles, get the serendipity, get all of these things that are lining up for you, the awakening. Be that best version of yourself. Be that part of you that you fall in love with, and go out into the world being that person. How exciting is that? It's like, oh my gosh, you go outside and most people, I don't know what your experience is, but most people are not in fear. They're happy to see another person, even if they're just waving from 6 feet away to say hello. More people have said hello to me on a walk where I'm keeping my distance from them than before, when there was no separation, you know. And the next card I pulled was the Unity card. And that's so exciting. That is exactly what's happening. People are stepping up and uniting and seeing us more as a collective, being friendlier, being kinder, knowing that there's a lot of stress in the world right now, and not adding to it, but actually making it better. And we just keep charging forward, keep moving forward, keep being kind, keep being good, do your best. And that's all anyone could ever ask of anyone else, is just be the best version of you. Do your best. If you're having a bad day and you end up yelling or crying or being upset, then that's probably the best you could do for that day. And it's honoring your feelings. So it's the best you could do for yourself. So don't beat yourself up if you've had a bad day, or if you don't feel like going out and being a smiley, cheerful person. That's okay, because maybe you're just working through something and you're healing something, and that's how it's releasing. So give yourself permission to do that. Biggest thing you can do, let go of all the judgments around any of it and just do your best. That's it. This is a cheer up card. So, you know, like I said, if you're having a bad day and you need to cheer up, or just go isolate yourself if that's what feels right, or go scream in a pillow, or take a walk and let the energy get exerted that way, however it works. And what did I say just a little bit ago? 2020 is about going with the flow. And that's what this card is, go with the flow. And we have to trust and have faith that this is taking us somewhere that we need to go, and keep our vibrations as high as possible. That's how we create the reality we desire. We got to keep it as a collective. We're going to keep our thoughts high and create the solutions. Solutions are what we're creating right now, right? Healer, I love it. We get the healer card, and this is bringing in stability and understanding and healing. Awesome. So wonderful. End of a cycle. We're in a reflection stage right now, but this is a cycle, and this too shall pass, right? That's how that usually works. This too shall pass. And we are in a manifestation phase, so let's manifest that desire. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I know I talked a lot today, so hopefully I didn't go on too long, and I hope everybody was able to pull something out of this reading. Just find yourself being inspired wherever you can. Be kind wherever you can. If you are seeing somebody out there that is still being called to work, or you are one of those people that is still being called to work while the rest are being confined, please thank them for their service. Be kind. And especially like those grocery workers that are not responsible for whether or not toilet paper is on the shelf. They have nothing to do with that. They can only stock what they have in the warehouse, right? So let's be kind to people and know that these guys are out there I call them the frontliners, you know, they're out there doing work while the rest of us are trying to figure out how to get through and navigate through the rest of this. So let's be kind to them. And thank you everyone for your service and for your kindness, for your love, for participating in prayers and love and healing to this planet, to the people, and to everything going on right now. Crazy times. But I know not everybody is experiencing this in a crazy way. And there's a lot of really positive things happening for people and a lot of really positive experiences and awakenings. I've been hearing about them. If you want to post a little bit about that down below, please feel free. Other people can go through and read those and maybe be inspired by a happy story that you have to share. So, you know, use this platform if you want to share a happy story and help bring somebody else's energy up. I love you guys, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.